Yeah, yes, sir. Tell me, sir. Yeah, I'm good, sir. Thank you. How are you, sir? Yeah. Sorry, sir. Like in this call, I will try to finish the installation process, sir. Almost the previous session, almost 60% of installation is completed. So only the 40% of installation is left to do. I hope that will be completed this session, sir. Okay. Hello, sir. Sorry, sir. Your voice is not clear to me. Yeah, now it's fine, sir.
I ask you if there is a problem you in the process. Uh, if there is a problem, you can tell me. If it is an uh, IT programmer who can help us. There is no problem. We are all here. We are all like one person.
Okay. Till now, I have not faced any problem, sir. Everything is going well. So if anything is there, I will let you know, sir. Hello.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So if after you finish, just call me.
Sure. Once it is finished, I will let you know, sir.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, Mr.
Yeah. Okay, sir. I will call you back, sir. Once it is done.
Bye.
Hi, everyone. Welcome back for the new session. Today, we are going to complete the rest of the installation process. So till yesterday, we have almost completed like 60% of installation has been completed. So today we are going to complete further installation steps. So now we have connected the remote system using TeamViewer. So we have got the connection, we have established the connection, and this is the remote system what you're seeing now. And okay, don't waste more time. Let's start the installation process. Okay, yesterday I just made a bookmark that site. So let me open the bookmark. Yeah, this is the one, Docker ERP Next. Yeah, development. So till yesterday, what we have done, I hope you have all in the previous video you can see that. So what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to launch the Visual Studio application. So since you're working with the Frappe Docker folder, it is it into the same folder. So once you open the Visual Studio Code, on the left bottom corner, sorry, that is right bottom corner, you can see one pop-up message appearing over there. It is saying folder has a container, the development container configuration file. Reopen the folder to open develop in container. So we have an option to click on reopen in container. Once you've done that, so what will happen? So container will get executed. So in the Docker, you can see the container is not running now. So dev container is now it's in exact state, like it is not running. So once you open the container, this service will get executed in a Docker. Okay. So either you can click on reopen in container, or you can come to the left bottom corner. You can see on a green color there. So if you click over there, you can get an option, list of option. There also you can select reopen in container. So I'm just going to open a container now. So it will take some time, not much time, or it will take little time to execute a container. So it you can see on the below top below right side saying starting dev container. So we can see this log or all the process is getting executing. We can see it is starting develop Frappe Docker development Frappe Redis queue is starting Redis queue MariaDB Redis catch. So it is saying that it is done. So it is started successfully. Then you can go back to the Docker container, see Docker container. You can see so it's up and running. Everything is up and running now. Okay, so this is all about we will start the dev container. So you can close the Docker desktop. So we can see now one folder has been appearing on the left side corner. So that is a frappe-bench. So this is the log Docker dev container log. So we should not close this container, like we should not close this terminal. What we can do, we can open a new tab by clicking on plus button. So we have opened a new tab. So in this, just do ls. So we can see what all folder has been created. So as we all aware, frappe-bench has been created yesterday. So we'll go into that folder to install further steps. So we'll just go back to the documentation part. So we'll see what and all we have done yesterday. So yesterday, in the previous sessions and all, we have done this. We clone the code and we have done this, all the things we have extension we have done, and Docker also executing fine. Then we came to set up first bench and we ran this command. Now, once we run that command, so this folder has been created. As per their suggesting, we have to enter this we have to get into this folder. So we are in the same folder, frappe-bench. Here we can see. So what we need to do is, okay, let me close this thing. What we need to do is, we need to copy the command from the document, set up host. We need to tell the bench to use the right container instead of localhost. Run the following command inside the container. Okay, as they're saying, we have to copy the first command. We are going to run the first command, copied, go back to the Visual Studio, paste. Okay, so in the first command we are going to run now. Okay, bench, set up MariaDB. Okay, it is done. Then second command, okay, that is done. Then next third command, Here we are just defining the like what is the MariaDB host, what is the port number for MariaDB, and then Redis queue, Redis cache, all the things we are just mentioning. This is for socket IO host, Redis socket IO port. Then next command, I just go for it is not required. Okay. Okay, next command is done. So only thing is what and all the command they have mentioned in the documentation, we have to copy. That's copy and paste. So next step is we need to create a site for the bench. So you can create a new site, launch following command. So they are giving a site command bench space new site. Though this is site name which we need to mention, and no MariaDB socket. So we just copy the command and paste. Rename the site name. So instead of site name, you can give your own site name. So but by default, I used to mention like this. So site one dot local. So that is the site name. Enter. See, as they mentioned here, the password is 123. If that is asked for the password, so we can give the password is 123. If it is not, yeah, this is not. We'll see if that process is need for the administrator SQL password, then we need to give the SQL password for that. So it seems to be it is happening from background. My site or localhost. Okay. Non-internet transfer. The command will be ask MariaDB root password. The default root password is 123. Yeah, they're given here. Actually, in this command, there are two hyphens. Maybe I missed to give. I was given only a single hyphen here. You can see here. So what we need to do is we have to correct that. Click on up arrow, go back and add one more hyphen. Yeah. Then run the command once again. So there was a spelling mistake. Site one. Okay. it is asking for a MySQL password. So as they have given that instructions, the password would be 123. That's it. Give and enter. What it is saying, for key character set server, expected is UD58 found LTN1. Key character server expected use okay found. Create a site failed because the MariaDB is not properly configured. If you're using as earlier, then make sure that okay, please specify the settings in MariaDB configure and reset the MariaDB and run the bench. Okay, so expected is this much, this thing, Unicode, but it's given Unicode is Latin, something is different. Okay, we need to change the Unicode. Okay, what we'll do, just don't worry about errors and all. Copy this, go to the browser and check for a solution. Okay, this is the command. So we need to run, copy, paste. Okay, it is not copied properly. Go back and copy the command. Copied. Paste. Yes. So what they're suggesting us to do is, so we need to copy the code which they have given in the discussion. Add this to the file. Okay. Full set I copied. Going back to the MySQL code. Till end, come down. Press enter. Paste. Click on Control X. It is asking for yes. Give us. Enter. That's it. The next step is we need to restart the MariaDB. So this is the command to restart the MariaDB or MySQL. Okay, go back, paste, enter. Sudo service MySQL restart unrecognized services. Or what you can do, you can open restart means when open with locally, it will stop the Docker container, then reopen again. That's it. So both are same only. Reopen. Okay, it is content has been restarted. So we'll try to install the site. Go back and copy the command. Copy. Sorry. So you have to get into the folder. We should be there in the Wrapper bench folder. Then paste the command. Then rename the site. No problem. My site is, it looks fine. Just enter. Provide the MySQL password when it asked. It is asking MySQL root password. Provide password 123. Press enter. Right again, it's throwing same error. We'll check that command which we have copied into the my config file. It is available or not. Copy, open. It is there. But why it is showing error? I hope my SQL my MariaDB is not it is not restarted properly. What we'll do this thing sudo supervisor ctl restart all. We'll do this supervisor. Okay, we'll check further steps what all they have done. It should happen. I don't know. Copy. Go back the MySQL command, then paste, enter. MySQL recognize unrecognized services. Sudo services. MySQL status. Okay, MySQL is not showing. Go back and see Docker is running or not. Hi, I just paused the video to find the best solution, like for the error. So I found a solution like this is the my config file details we need to copy. So this data I found from internet. So I just copied this all the code into the my.cnf file. So now it's created like site has been created. We can see in the site folder there is a site name called mysite.local for that site. So I'm going to execute for next commands. The next command is this one is not required. This is for the Postgres. Right now we are using MariaDB. So this till this we have done. This is enough for us. Then we can skip this thing. They said to set up a site for the Postgres database, use this option. This is for the Postgres, but we have used MariaDB. Okay. Next command is set branch developer mode. Set bench developer mode on the new site. So we need to run these commands. I ran the command. So I'll show you. Yeah. I just mentioned a bench hyphen site, my site dot local, that is our site name, and set config developer mode. Sorry, excuse. I close another tab. So next command is suggest we are clearing a cache. Okay, bench site, my site localhost. That is localhost they are mentioned, but we have mentioned local. Okay, we need to correct that. So in our site name, it's not localhost, it's only local. So we'll just remove the host. We'll replace localhost from local. Okay, and okay, it is going to execute. Yeah, that command is executed successfully. It seems. Yeah, there is no error. If any error occur, we will get error response. Okay, what it is saying? Clear catch is not happening. Tab default value does not exit. Not a problem. That is not an issue. Actually, the one ton of table it is going to clear, but it is default value. This table we will get once we have installed all the things. ERP next default values. But currently we have not installed the app. That's why it is not showing error. It is not an issue. So what we'll do now is we'll see what all apps has been installed. So currently we have cloned only Frappe app. So next step is we need to clone our ERP next app also. So the next command is to clone ERP next app, install an app. So this is the command to clone ERP next or the custom app. Here to install ERP next from the version branch. So we need to copy this. First command, copy. Go back to the VS Code, paste, replace your site name. No, site name is not there. Okay, not a problem. Just enter. Okay, it is cloning data from online. So it will take some time. Meanwhile, I just pause the video because the video of the length of the video will become more. Yeah, it is cloned the data from the official repository. Now it is going to install ERP Next app on our site. So we can see this is what happening now. So it is going to install on your site, which is just now we created, right? That is site mysite.local. So in that site, it's going to install. Sometimes everything will go fine, like we will not get any error. Sometimes we will get some error because we may be some steps to do it. So better to, so we have to keep all record, like as they have given in the documentation where we are following the same, but thing is something is missing somewhere. It is taking time. So I will stop the video and we'll come back. I will come back. I just resolved that issue. I found a solution from Google. So then now the server is started. So you can see here the server is up and run. It is started, but when I'm run the local host, so I'm getting some error. It is saying the program error. Some docktop is not there. So what we need to do is we have to do bench migrate or bench update we have to do. So I'm going to do that stuff. So we'll try to do bench migrate first. So we'll try to log into the MariaDB database. MariaDB database we have logged in, and then try to create the table. Okay, so we'll see. So on all tables, I'll just check my system, other system. The order database table, bench MariaDB. Okay, this is the table name. So these are the field names we need to create. So the name is there, only name. So all other is created by default. Create table, create table, tab, paste, name, to 56. Create table. In MariaDB. Sometimes we will face in this kind of issue. So we have to ready for that. So MariaDB disconnected. So we'll just copy that command and the table name. So unable to find a cursor, it seems too difficult to find a cursor. Yeah. Okay, it is created now. So it was created with a tab. And that is my bad. So we need to mention the tab. Okay. Hope it will resolve. It is throwing you again one more problem. What to do? So the other option is bench reinstall. That's it. There is no other way. We'll try to reinstall. Something gone wrong. I don't know. Okay, we'll deeply see this documentation once again. This is the only problem in Docker desktop. We copy this and check. No, what was wrong? We'll keep on trying. See, it is always saying MySQL is not found. What I'll do, I'll check those server. I have to stop the sessions now because I'm not getting any idea. So I'll close it off today. So I'll check for this error. So maybe tomorrow, next session, I try to fix this error. Or else I'll try to install in my local system once again. And then I'll make a documentation for that with recording so that it will be easy because this is I'm taking a remote system and also it is very delay to interact, copy paste from there to here. So what I'll do, I'll just stop the session now. I'll try to do it from my system. In my system, I'll just come back then. Don't want to waste more time. Okay. Thank you very much. Bye. We'll see you in the next session.